So this is your guide on how to play Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 in a deeper aspect. So I'm going down to the bare minimum, to bare bones stuff to show some of my players that how the stats work in this game and how everything works. So the first thing I'm going to start off by saying is health stocks. In Dragon Ball Z, your goal isn't to necessarily take down your opponent's all of his health stocks at once in a team battle like the way we normally play. You want to be able to chip away at your opponent's black health stocks, and each health stock is about 10,000 points. So looking at these stats right here, we have base attack. And what base attack is it allows us to neutral punches, and it tells us exactly what our damage is. So if I press square one time, I'm going to do 290 damage with base form cell. That's with no stat boosters, with nothing, just rare regular base attack. And then I have combo attack, which is square, 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 square. And if you guys can see here, it basically just takes about 2.5 square, square, square attacks to finish my opponent off, and that would take down one health stock, and that's incredibly good. You have to feel like your mission's complete, and the best thing that you possibly do after you get that health stock is to switch out, because you want to keep regaining your health, and you can't regain health stocks. You can only regain health that's remaining. Now we have key attack. Key attack is when I just shoot with triangle attacks, just blast, and that allows me with Cell to do that 5 times, equaling 260 damage each time I do it, totaling out to 1550. So key attacks are really good at stunning your opponent, keeping them trapped. Some opponents have better key attacks obviously than others, but basically that's all you need to know with key attacks, and you press these ones with just triangle. And then defense. So defense, everybody has a set base defense, which I will just say is 0. Now some people have -1 defense, some people like Broly have +1 defense, and also additional health or less health. And moving down to this last one here, we have stocks. And now I have to mention stocks because a lot of people fail to use the stocks every single year that I see these. And it's incredibly frustrating because you guys could be doing so much better. And so just go ahead and check this out here. So if I press L2 and circle at the same time while having at least 2 blast stocks here, 2 blast stocks. So if I have potentially all 4, if I do a solar flare, you take 2 from this 4, I'll have 2 blast stocks left, and that'll allow me to use the ability solar flare. Now these abilities are super useful because that's how you do the after image technique. That's how which allows you to basically dodge any attack infinitely without even having to hold the controller. Solar flare allows you to blind your opponent, and on top of that can cancel certain attacks, and it can get you out of really sticky situations. These abilities are probably the most important things to take out of these videos, because you can't really do anything without them. So just wanted to give you guys the rundown on that. The next thing that we are talking about now is transformations. Transformations allow you to get extra boosts, in the sense of, if I transform from Cell, there are some notable differences here. My base attack has went up by 10 points. My overall combo attack has went up by 120 points. My keys blast, I'm allowed to shoot more, but they do a significant amount less damage. And on top of that, my defense stays up and my stocks stay up as well. Now, solar flare, not just my L2 plus circles change as well. So we have solar flare and pump up, and it basically allows your characters to utilize more different things. Now Saiyans, they don't get HP like the way Cell does. He gets 5,000 base HP added to his HP points, and that can be super devastating because he can go past that health stock. Normally you can't regain health, But if Cell is at 2 health stocks and he's 1 away, he can transform and gain that stock back and then switch out to start recovering, and Cell can be very, very threatening. The Saiyans use it more so to change abilities, to get extra stats. Sometimes they used up all their power. They have to go back down to base to get rid of that stat drop, or to go Super Saiyan and make stat drops. Whatever the case may be. So it varies between each character.